Hey guys, welcome back to Reddit Drama. Make sure hit the like and subscribe button now for more videos like these. Now let's get in today's story video. Wife went back to work 6 meters ago, fell in love with her boss, had an affair, claimed lost connection, finally admitted months later and now wants divorce. I feel a bit guilty writing again as I had such an amazing response from you guys last time, but I'm just so hurt and want people's thoughts. Background: we have 2 small kids, married 7 years, together 14 in total. She suffered from depression before kids, but it got worse after, and she struggles to spend time with them as too stressful. I have always given her as much support as I could ESP when she was struggling gave her time alone on weekends, did bedtime, let her travel, etc. It was always about her issues. She never said we were in trouble ourselves. I was never the husband who worked late and let her be the housewife who couldn't cope. We had several milestones in our minds which we hoped would help her when kids reach a certain age, go to school, buy the dream house, and then finally once she gets back to work. She started working again in Q3 last year as a contractor for a large organization. Told me early on her boss was flirty, had a reputation, and it made her uncomfortable. We agreed she should take screenshots of the remarks for HR as it was clearly a conflict since they wanted to hire her directly, instead of being a contractor, and he was in charge of the process. Fast forward to February and she tells me after a few days away abroad with her family that she wants to move out a few weeks to find herself and think as she's struggling so much and doesn't understand why she's not happy. Came out of nowhere for me. I try to work on us, go on lunch dates, where she worked throughout, etc., but then have to go away for a few days to see sick family. During the time away we seem fine, right romantically, etc. When I come back she tells me she needs to go and be alone a couple of weeks within 30 minutes of me arriving home. I ask, again, if there's someone else, and she denies it. The next day, after pushing from my side, she finally admits there is someone else she had feelings for, but nothing ever happened. After more pushing she admits they did go on dates and kissed but no sex. Final push from my side and she said they had sex but only once. Allegedly they also broke up after, as his GF found text messages. We separated a week when I finally asked if she wants a divorce. 14 years in the relationship, and 1 hour later after me asking she says yes. 30 minutes later says she's really sorry. I'm at the rock bottom. Can't sleep or eat. Hurt she never wanted to even work on the marriage but wants to throw it all away after all this time. Any thoughts would be greatly appreciated. Update: she started talking to the AP again as soon as we separated. See last post on my profile for background if interested. She claimed that her and AP stopped all contact, personal and professional, shortly after they had sex. Allegedly his GF had seen text messages on his phone. Interesting in itself is why would she snoop on him? 2 months later, after she finally came clean and we separated with her moving to a friend, we split bedtime duties at the house. We stay out of each other's way at bedtime so as to not confuse kids. Last Monday I came home a bit early, so decided to quietly sneak into the kitchen for some wine while she finished up with the kids upstairs, when suddenly I heard her on a personal call. Heard everything. I miss you, want to see you again, husband is just ignoring me now, just need to put 1 more kids to bed and then I can come see you, some friends know about it now but honestly I don't give a SHT anymore. And so on. I confronted her when she came down. She said it looks worse than it is and it's complicated. They're not meeting up. I say that I literally heard her say 10 minutes prior that she does want to meet him again soon and she missed him. She says it's complicated a few more times but can't explain why. Also says she never had feelings like this before, ouch, and she didn't mean to fall in love with him. First time she used the L word. She didn't see the benefit of telling me that they're speaking again. Contact is now bare minimum on logistics. Don't need financial advice but just would be good to hear some thought from people that went through something similar on what is going on with her, how someone could throw 14 years away so quickly. My world is upside down. Story 2. Struggling post-cheating confirmation. Relationship context: I'm gonna keep calling him 31M, my 30F, BF in this post BC. I'm not yet ready to call him my ex. We've been together this year would be 4 years. He's an only child, me the youngest of 3 but a big extended family. He's a nomad of sorts, loves to travel. I like to travel too, but I am tethered to my responsibility of having a dog. He has a dog too but will leave her with his parents and choose travel. Our relationship has been rocky for about a year. We attended couples counseling but honestly didn't get to do much of the homework, so it didn't help as much as it should have. Life events got in the way and we didn't go back. I believe that my BF has a lot of personal growth to do before we could tackle issues with us, and I was supporting him to start that journey while I wait. We were supposed to be working through us with the intention of a future marriage. Family February_22 I was dealing with a few family issues and my career was imploding and I needed help from my BF, but he couldn't give it. BC he was dealing with his own personal issues and I got so upset that I told him maybe we need to work through things separately since we were both overloaded. So I left out apt and went to stay at my parents for 2 weeks. D-Day prequel context in Dec_22 took my BF overseas to meet my extended family and one day while there I caught a glimpse of him giggling and smiling at his phone as if he was giddy and flirting. I asked who it was and he said just a friend. From that moment my gut didn't sit right. Then he proceeded to complain that I didn't get him a SIM for his phone for data and I said why do you need it if there's Wi-Fi everywhere and I'm here. Later through snooping I connected the dots on his DMs with Al. He'd message her and answer platonic questions but he wouldn't mention me at all. Like he'd say the PPL here like it cold versus my GF's family turns the AC on really high. He'd promised her a souvenir but told me it was for someone else, confirmed through the DMs it was actually for her. When I confronted him about the DM and the purposely evading bring up me, his GF he told me that he would stop talking to her, not that I asked but I accepted it. D-Day March 24th I went to my brother's after work to hang out and I brought both our dogs with me. BF was going to dinner with 2 friends and was supposed to come hang out with us afterwards, the reason why I brought his dog too. At about 10 p.m. I asked him to pick up his dog BC. She was whining incessantly and we weren't having a good time. By this time I figured dinner should be over and he should have been here. At 11 he tells me soon. Then I see his friend post a story on social and I see the owl next to him in the photo. My gut told me instantly there was something going on with them. It was now 4 a.m. and he hadn't been answering me since 11 p.m. He didn't get his dog so I had to change my plans. BC my brother only signed up to babysit my dog the next day, so at 4 a.m. I drove my BF dog back to our apt and I was planning to sleep there. Upon entering my apt I was so scared to find out seeing Al at the bar wasn't just some coincidence, so I snooped on his iPad and sure enough he had actually asked her to go to the bar, telling her he needs her. He's never told me that. There was also some S-ing that I grazed through. I confronted him when he got home and he admitted he's been cheating on me with her for 2 weeks. That it started platonic only. That they've met up 3x, one of which was not platonic but all they've done is make out and she touched his D but he didn't finish. He told me he didn't plan to tell me, instead he planned to break up with me at the end of our lease mid-April. That Al was aware we were in a rocky place and he told her he was gonna break up with me. Our convo after this was emotional and eye-opening. We finally heard each other and what we've both been dealing with, how we ended up here, why he felt the need to go find a friend in her. BC he felt that I didn't care about him or want him anymore. That had he known how much that wasn't true he wouldn't have done it. What I feel, hurt not angry. I'm in agony, all I want to do is be with him. I want to get questions answered, I want to know if we could move past this. Can trust ever really be rebuilt?